Alright, here's a quick video to show you guys how I made these little holders for my nutrient film system. I took regular water bottle, cut it so it looked like that, and I was using these at first, putting the plant in like so with a bunch of rocks around it, but I was doing the strawberries, and you see this is the pansy. The strawberries were getting too big, and as they would get bigger, I was having a hard time removing the strawberry, as you can see, through that little hole as they got bigger. So what I did was I went ahead and came up with this system. Took that same piece, the lid, cut off the top and cut a slit down the side. And then I take a piece of tape, a little scotch tape. Actually, I'm using packaging tape because that way I can get the sizes more precise to what I want, and it's stickier to me. And then you just go ahead and fold that over to whatever size you want it at, and then wherever you want it at, you stick your tape down. So you adjust it to the size appropriate for how you want it to sit inside your thing there. I like how that sits right there, and then I'll go ahead and put the tape down. Just like that, easy peasy. Plant my strawberry in there with some hydrogen around it, just like so. And then I'll pull it all the way through, put hydrogen on top of it, and make sure that just the bottom of the roots, when they stick through the bottom here, that they just top the very bottom of the nutrient film. That's the whole goal. You just want the very, very bottom of them. But let me pull this through and I'll show you real quick. Let's see if I can show you here. And you want to be, I like to be extra careful because as far as, like everybody knows, the roots are the most sensitive spot. Try not to damage them as much as possible. I like to open it up, get all the roots through, and then pull it back through to the height that I think is going to work. I just like it where they touch. That's about what I like right there. Now I'm going to fill this up with hydrogen real quick, like. Fill that up with hydrogen balls, and then those sit in there like that, like so. And then when this sits onto my nutrient film system, I'm going to show you guys how I got that set up. It runs quite nice. What I have done is taking a Tupperware jug, and this was originally for a Miracle-Gro system that I was trying out that worked temporarily, but my plants just weren't getting enough nutrients. They slowly started to die. Miracle-Gro and just some Epsom salt, and I was just growing house-grown plants. But that's what this originally lid was from. And then I was like, wow, that'll work perfect for my nutrient film system. So I went ahead and did. It's got another little pump in here. The pump sits inside here like so. Okay. I got this one on top that sits on top, has a hole right there on the right, as you can see, 3 holes on the left. Sometimes I run it without them little drain tubes, sometimes I don't. I think I'm going to start to, just to make sure I direct the water where I want it to, and put some rubber bands. So this sits like this. This goes through. Okay. These go ahead and sit in here like this. And this way I cut this so that they fit really tight, and that way I can adjust the height of those. How high I want it determines how much nutrients, or how deep the water is in the nutrient film. So I adjust those all to about the same. I leave them barely just sticking up. The main reason I use this for is that way that when the water drains off, the water is always directed straight down and shoots straight into the reservoir. Every once in a while, if the tubes aren't on there, the water will trail over the edge here, and sometimes once in a while you get a drop or two, in which of course you don't want to lose no nutrients, and you don't want to leak if you're doing indoors. But that's how that system sets up. Said I made this all from scratch, just from fiddling around one day. That sits over the top. And let me get you on this side. You can see where the roots will barely touch once I got this system all set up and running. And then again, here at the back where the water goes, that will aerate my water, giving it oxygen. And this pumps in it. So far, it seems to be working fairly well, this system I have. You guys stay in tune, and we'll just continue to further and watch the strawberries. I'm going to go ahead and put hydrogen and set these up here. And I'll give you guys a video when I'm done.